Hello and welcome to Goldboys Primetime. Just seeing I left my back door open, or my office door open, so that could be interesting. Here with Nick Larson, Jerry Paranormal Bass, not Bass. That's a sore subject I learned last week. Really excited. I know we have NBA slate to get to, but MLB opening day is this week, and I'm just like literally giddy with excitement. So gonna jump into that a little bit. How we doing, guys? What's up, Nick?
Good, good. Like you said, baseball's here, ready to make the transition over and ready for it to start.
What are you worried about in your back door over there? What goes on in your house that you're so concerned about your door being open? I'm just curious.
Well, a lot of shit goes on, but mostly my wife will probably walk by when she gets home with our kid, and she'll be like, "Was I on camera?" I'll be like, "Well,
Well, unfortunately.
nah." Tell her no. She's not watching, so. Okay, 30 seconds on golf. There is a tournament this week. It's kind of the Masters warm-up, Masters preview. I think Ryan Fox at plus 4,000 to win outright is worth just a small sprinkle. Same thing with Ricky Fowler. He's 18-1. I'll have some three-ball plays once we get groupings or lines on those tomorrow as well. But that's it. You guys don't have anything other than MLB or NBA for tonight, right? Anything we need to touch on before we jump in?
Nope. I barely want to touch NBA, let alone anything. You know what I mean?
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Let's start with baseball. We don't have prop lines yet. I think Nick was looking at a couple money lines. Before we do, a lot of rule changes this year, and I think ones that are going to have heavy impacts on gambling, especially like the removal of the shift. So I was talking to Nick a little bit about this before. Obviously, removing the shift, I think, is going to batting averages are going to be up a lot. I think we'll see a lot more hits, a lot more total bases, honestly. But I think something that I haven't heard people talk about, I just had this like epiphany earlier today, is I think we were seeing a lot of pitchers kind of decide to like make a conscious decision to pitch to contact and not necessarily chase those strikeouts as much, knowing that they have that shift there behind them. So pitching inside the lefties and throwing strikes and hittable pitches and letting them hit the ball, right? Because they have four outfielders basically on the right side of the infield, and playing to that. Do you guys think that is a valid I guess hypothesis, or anything else you're looking at with the rule changes as far as gambling goes? Either one of you can start.
Well, so you got to find the value on guys who had maybe some poor lines last year because of their issues with hitting into the shift, and I really got to do my research on that. But I'm really looking forward to like guys like to see what they do with like Michael Conforto, like someone like that, someone that kind of got beat up with the shift when he was playing, got injured, been out for the last 2 seasons, but we don't know what his value is in terms of what his home run odds are going to be, his hit line is going to be. So someone like that, I'm really looking forward to really seeing what the books do with him in the beginning, because you could get some good value, because I really think that guy's gonna have a tremendous season.
Go ahead, Nick. I'm trying to figure out why we can't see Jerry anymore.
Yeah, just from the pitching side of things, like if you're facing like a Joey Gallo, I mean, now you can pitch him outside a little bit, some change ups away. Before they're just throwing everything inside and forcing him to pull that ball in between first and second. You had, like you said, three guys over there. So it should be interesting how they approach it. Or are they going to do something crazy and pull the left fielder and move him over there? So I think you're right, though. I think it could up the strikeout some.
I don't know if
That's
they can.
Right. So that's the thing now, right? They could basically do it with the outfield now, right? They could pull their but the thing is, like, the reason why that really doesn't work, because a lot of guys will hit the ball on the ground and pull a lot, but it's different. Their trajectory is different when they hit for power. They can hit to the gap to gap guys and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with. So I don't really think that's going to be much of a factor when they start pulling the outfielders. We'll see. These analytic teams are ridiculous. They pay them like
who knows what they're going to try now.
These teams are paying millions of dollars for the analytics teams, so they're going to know what's best as far as that goes. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of outfield shifts, because it's a whole different ball game once they hit for power.
It's also gonna be really interesting what the books do with the lines too, right?
I can't see you guys, by the way. I don't know what happened.
We can see you just fine. You sound great.
I don't know either. I can't see you.
Oh God. Eli, what are you
Dude,
doing?
I'm fine. We're good. Show's good.
What's
I
going
see
on
both of you. Maybe hit a Control R on your keyboard real quick.
Are we
Refresh.
Are we still live?
Yeah. Are you good, man? Jerry
Oh,
he did confess
I
as
can
soon as
hear
he
you, but I
joined.
can't see you.
He did
I can
confess
hear
when he
you,
joined.
I
He just
can't
woke
see
up
you
from a nap.
I gotta look. Are we still going?
Yes. Can you hear us? You can't hear us. All right.
I have no idea.
Can you hear me, Nick?
I see. I can't hear. I'm watching the thing. I could hear Eli on the stream, but I can't hear him on my end.
All right, I can see you now.
I can't see you still.
Tell him to refresh, Nick.
Refresh your thing, your browser.
We'll figure it out, guys. Bear with us. Don't know what's going on, but we're gonna make it work.
Oh God, what the? All right, I refreshed it.
Are you good?
What is that? What just happened? Can someone explain to me in like 5-year-old terms?
I don't know. I was fine the whole time. I could see both of you. I could hear both of you. Everything was fine.
I don't know. This is ridiculous, and I quit.
At least finish the. Okay. Anyway, spots. Like I said, we don't have prop lines yet. Nick, you were looking at a couple money lines, right? You want to talk about those, or you waiting still?
Yeah, I already have. I've got one play in. I combined the Braves and the Rays money line. Braves are playing the Nationals. Rays are playing at home against the Tigers. I just think both those teams are far superior than the teams they're playing. They have the pitching matchup advantage. If you parlay both of them, you can get it at even money, maybe a little bit better. So
Yeah,
I
do
took
like
that
too.
already as far as money line. I don't usually take money lines, but no props out, and I liked both of them, so I took it.
Yeah, I haven't dug into any money lines yet. I really prefer betting first 5 money lines. We have none of that. Hoping we get some of that later tonight, or at the very least tomorrow night. I do have a few prop lines that I'm interested in, depending on where the line opens. And I think me and you are both going to be interested in a couple of these, Nick. Corbin Burns. Last year versus the Cubs had 24 strikeouts and 3 starts, and that was with, I think, we talked about only like 4 or 5 on opening day, right? So if you take that start out, it's like 20 and 2 starts. He also strikes out close to 11 guys per 9 innings. And
he's
30...
also got the arbitration hearing chip on his shoulder where the Brewers didn't pay him, and he basically all but said that he's getting traded at the All-Star break. So
let's go.
Look for him to shove at the beginning of the year and force his way out of Milwaukee.
He does.
Painful it is for me to say.
Last year, the Cubs, 34% of the Cubs' outs were from a strikeout, and Corbin has 16 strikeouts and 19 innings this spring, which you can't put a whole lot of weight in the spring sets, I don't think. But I think he's going to be stretched out. The Cubs are not going to be good, so if we get this is what we're talking about. I have no idea what they're going to open this line at. If it's 5.5, 6.5, I think you have to take it. They could be dumb and give us like a 7.5 line, and I think you don't think you can, but. I feel about your boy.
Probably like 6.5, but probably juiced a little would be my guess.
Yeah, so that's something you can maybe look at taking. 6+ and the Brewers money line, something like that. Probably get a over even money. I'm also gonna look to fade. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet. Depends on what the lines are, but I'm gonna look to fade Garrett Cole somehow.
Low starter.
He's a very slow starter. He had a really good year last year, but it really took him until his 4th start to really put everything together. And he's also a guy, and I'm a Yankees fan, by the way, and I like Garrett Cole a lot. He's a guy that external factors really seem to get under his skin and bother him. And I just have this feeling it's going to take him a while to not get pissed off about the pitch clock and things like that. And I think I don't know if he's going to walk 7 guys or if he's going to give up a couple bombs, but I'm going to try to fade him somehow, even though I think the Yankees still could win that game Tuesday.
Kermit the Frog is going to have a meltdown, multiple meltdowns all season long.
Kermit, that's what you call Garrett?
He's Kermit the Frog. The guy's 100% Kermit the Frog. Now, I feel like my Mets are being a little disrespected, don't you think? I mean, minus 125 on the money line. Come on, this team is stacked up and down.
Who they playing? I forget.
Tomorrow.
They got Cy Young Sandy.
Yeah, that's why.
He's not going to pitch a full game. He's going to pitch 6 innings. It's early in the season. Opening day, you're going to get 6 innings out of your Cy Young starters, all the best starters in the league. Then you're going to attack the bullpen. Minus 125. I mean, the Mets are, I think, the best team in opening day, record-wise.
Really?
Put whatever stock you want into that. It's kind of meaningless, but is it? You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
I don't think it's meaningless.
It's just for some reason the Mets win on opening day. They could have the worst roster in baseball and they still win on opening day. It's just one of those things. So
Alcantara, just this spring, just looking at how many innings can we expect him to go? He went 2 innings, 2.2. He does have a 5.2 in there with 70 pitches. I almost feel like I don't know.
World Baseball Classic.
That was on March 18th against the Nationals.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, 5 or 6 innings. I don't think he goes more than 80 pitches. So however much he can get through there. But yeah, I'm with you there. Mets are definitely a lot better team, I think, than the Marlins. Pitching matchup, I guess slight advantage to Alcantara. Probably, I guess. I don't know. It just depends on what Max is out there, right?
yeah, I mean, Max Scherzer should be good. He's usually pretty strong to start the season, so he's a little up there in age. So you want to get the best out of him in the beginning of the season before he starts breaking down.
All right, a couple of the spots I'm looking at. Nick, I'm gonna let you jump in here too. Patrick Corbin is really bad at baseball, and he has to pitch against Mike Trout and Ozzie Albies and Matt Olson. Matt Olson has 8 home runs this spring already, which again, spring stats are spring stats. You can't put a whole lot of stock in there. It's also lefty on lefty, so that's not great. I am going to be looking at Ozzie Albies total baseline. He's got 4 home runs, slugging close to 600 in spring. And again, Patrick Corbin, I just don't think he's very good at baseball anymore. So be looking at those two guys. Ozzie Albies a little bit more again with the righty lefty matchup. And then a game I think me and Nick are both interested in just in general is this Angels Athletics game, which might sound a little weird. Kyle Muller or Mueller?
I've heard it both ways.
You've heard it both ways. 25-year-old kid the A's are sending out there. The A's are sending out potentially one of the worst opening day rosters in MLB history. They're trying to get the team to move to Vegas. This kid's 25. He gives up a lot of home runs, a lot of runs, a lot of bombs, but he also strikes out a lot of guys. So he's got he had 10 strikeouts and 9 innings in spring training. His last 2 spring training starts. He was striking out a ton of guys to close last season. You also kind of feel like he's one of their guys, and if he gets in a little trouble, they're gonna let him go a little bit. So I'm gonna be interested in what his strikeout line is. I'm also gonna be interested in Mike Trout total bases, just because of exactly that. I think they're gonna let him pitch. He's gonna strike out a lot of guys. He's also gonna give a lot of hits, a lot of home runs. So, you guys got anything on this game?
Yeah, it's definitely a sleeper spot there. I mean, he could the Angels struck out a ton last year. I don't know if that carries over at all this year, but they're returning a lot of the same guys. He could easily get 8 strikeouts and 4+ innings and still give up 5 or 6 runs with how he pitches, with most of the outs just being strikeouts. So, yeah, I like that look here as well. It'll be interesting what Ohtani's strikeout line is too, how juiced that is after World Baseball Classic, everybody watching it. So I know they're going to be somewhat careful with him, but they are doing a 6-man rotation. So just be interesting what that opens up at.
Yeah, and you mentioned before the show too, like he's probably going to be a little bit more stretched out than most other guys. He's got that actual competition. Whoa, Jerry, I saw that. His arm, bro. Come on.
right.
Pitching in the World Baseball Classic.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's it on that one. We don't need to spend a whole lot of time on these games. Like I said, they're still 2 days away. The only other spot I'm looking at, I think you're interested in as well, is Hunter Green's strikeout line. No idea where this is going to open. Actually, Nick asked me where he thought that line was going to open, and I have in my notes line ? For Hunter Green already. I already had it. You can't see it. I have no idea where this opens, but I'm going to be very interested in it. I don't even know really where I like it. Like if it was here, I would take it, but 35% of Pittsburgh outs are from strikeout versus righties. Green has 11. I don't know if that's 11.75 or 11.25 strikeouts per 9 innings, which is crazy. This line I feel like probably should be 6.5, 7.5 maybe, and I think I might like it there. But I could definitely see him open it at 8.5, 9.5, and at that point, what do you do? But what do you think about this one?
If they go too high in this one, I'll take the under just because of his control issues. There's sometimes that he can't even get past the third inning if he's not throwing strikes, or if his slider's not working. If people see that fastball enough, they can time it up. He ran into problems last year, giving up a lot of home runs over a certain period of time. But if he's got stuff working, he's capable of it. It'll just be like you said. Are they going to set at 6.5 or 8.5? Is the question.
Yeah. The only other thing I have in my notes here is Luis Castillo potentially under strikeouts, just because the Guardians don't strike out. You don't know how far he's going to go, so that's another. They could easily hang a 7.5, 6.5, 7.5 on us for Castillo, and I'm going to like an under there. So that's something I'm going to look for. I have no idea where his line open. Anything else? Any other just spots you guys you're interested in general for opening day on Thursday?
Who has the most World Baseball Classic players? That's something I want to find out.
Like which team?
Gotta be the U.S., right?
No, he means like
Did you just say the U.S.?
which like the Cardinals,
Yeah.
the Cubs.
What about the Canadian team?
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
But I'm just saying, like, these guys are playing. They were playing at a very competitive level. Beginning of the season, these guys are usually, a little cold. They got to warm up a little bit. These guys just came back from some serious, baseball. So I wonder if that's going to play an effect on any of these guys that have a lot of core guys that played in the World Baseball Classic. That they're going to be
Astros and Cardinals, I think.
Cardinals had at least a couple. Angels had at least a couple. Phillies, yeah. I'm just looking at the U.S. roster, and I know obviously that's not everybody, but that would be interesting. I can, Jerry, I can probably find that out for you. I'll
It's
I'll
Astros
tweet
and
it out.
Cardinals. They each had 13.
You already got it?
Yeah.
13.
Nice. Good job. All right. Anything real quick before we move on to NBA? See, now you're hearing my dog be an idiot and run out the door. Is you guys have any almost like auto bets, like you see this guy starting on the mound or anything like that? You're like, okay, I'm hammering this. What's your favorite? What's that?
Cookie Carrasco. Yes, runs first inning.
All right.
That's a good one. Yeah, I got my FanDuel just crashed here, but I like Dylan Cease walks if it's 1.5 every single time.
All right. Where do you bet? Where do you get walks lines?
DraftKings has it.
Okay. But yeah, I did most of my MLB betting last season on FanDuel. I don't think I ever saw walks, but all right. You guys want to talk about basketball now? I know none of us are super excited about this. I don't even know who's playing tonight, but we can jump into it.
I guess.
You want to? Well, I'll keep talking. I'll talk about baseball for hours, man. And I know Nick can too. All right, whatever. Celtics, Wizards. Celtics are 11.5 point favorites. Yeah. Anything?
I mean, the only thing I'm taking a shot on is Avdia. I mean, he's on fire right now. The guy's just he's been he's putting on a little showcase, if you would, with Kyle Kuzma out, and he's really showcasing his talents. He's really taking a step up here. His double is like, plus money every single day. And let me see what his so this is what I did, because all right, he's having this nice run with double doubles. He's scoring, he's passing. But this is a terrible matchup for all of those stats as far as, points, rebounds, and assists for his position. So I took him for 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, which is basically his baseline for the last week. And it's plus 121. I'm taking that, and I'm going to leave this game alone, personally.
Yeah, I actually love that. So, those last 4 or 5 games, assists, 7, 6, 6, 3, 6, rebounds, 9, 11, 8, 10, 11. Points, yeah. Actually over 15 in his last 4. So yeah, read that again.
It's 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists at plus 121.
I'm in. I'm with you.
I don't want to extend and take the double because this could be a game where he gets 8. It's not an easy matchup for him, and just these are just small numbers, basically watering down his everyday stats lately. So
Would you think about his PRA at 26.5? 28, 30, 38, 31 his last 4 games.
I just gave you 20 total at plus 121, my friend.
You're right. That's way better. Way better. Nick, you bet on this game?
Exactly what Jerry said. If I was playing one guy, this would be the guy I'm playing in it, and I agree with everything he just said.
Fair enough.
That was
All right.
easy.
Next game, Heat Raptors. Heat 5.5-point dogs because Jimmy Butler's out, right?
Yeah.
In Toronto. You guys bet on this game?
Yeah, I had a nice ladder going with Siakam and Butler, but that has blown up. So I know a lot of people are on Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero assists with his usage being up with Butler out. I don't have anything in right now for this game.
Would you still look at Siakam?
I still like Siakam. He's had 30 plus in 2 of his last 3, but I was pairing it with Butler because I could get 20 each and get over plus money for that combo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I still I guess technically have him in because on FanDuel you still get Siakam. So
He's
yeah, I'm
plus
fine
money
with
for
Siakam.
25 plus and 4-1 for 30 plus on FanDuel. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be worth looking at. Jerry, anything on this one?
Yeah, that Hero was my play. It's 6 assists is plus 150, which is solid. He's hit 6 assists in 7 of the last 9 games without Jimmy Butler. So that's as good of a look as you could get, for those kind of numbers. And probably OG Anunoby for 3 threes. He's been shooting the threes lately. It's going against the Heat, who give up a ton of them to his position. Plus 110 for 3 threes. I'll take it.
But what about this? What if I told you that Tyler Hero 6 assists, Pascal Siakam 25 plus, and OG 3 threes was 11-1 plus 1103? You guys into that sort of thing?
Sounds like a good time, if you ask me.
Probably water
Sounds
that
like
down.
sounds like if I take it, 2 of the 3 will hit.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Anything else? This is gonna be like a 35-minute show, and then NJC is gonna blow me up. Like, what the hell were you guys doing, dude?
All right, we're gonna take Kevin Love at 3 threes at plus 410. We're gonna take.
Okay, so all right, Cavaliers Hawks. This is actually, I think, the closest spread on the board tonight, which is a little encouraging. Yeah, what you guys got anything?
I didn't touch this game at all.
All right.
These are 2 teams that I feel like I don't know. I can never get on the right side of the Hawks with anything. Whether it's Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Clint Capella. I know Jared Allen's out, so I don't know if Capella's rebounds were probably pretty juiced.
11.5 at minus 118.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably staying away from this game as well. Like, it's just 2 teams that are tough for me to get a read on. You could get the Donovan Mitchell 40-point game. You could get Donovan Mitchell 15 points. Same with Trae Young. It's just too unpredictable for me with these 2 teams.
There's no fluidity, right? There's no fluidity.
Right, that's a great way of saying it.
Who's gonna go off on offense? Is it gonna be? It could be Mobley. It could be
Right.
Garland could go off a 40 at any given night. It's one of those teams that are frustrating to bet on. And don't get me started on Donovan Mitchell. He'll start off with and get 20 points at halftime and then be passive the second half, or vice versa. The same with Devin Booker, guys like that. It's been very frustrating.
Hey, last night I had Tyrese Maxey 35 points.
Oh,
I looked, he had 2 points in the first quarter, and I'm like, yeah, shut it off. Then I looked at halftime, and he had 25, and I was like, oh my goodness. And he finishes with 29.
yeah, that was
four points in the second half. It's things like that. It's just like, oh my goodness.
I thought
Donovan Mitchell type game.
Someone's gonna make a killing on Maxey tonight, and then he
Right.
just doesn't do nothing in the second half. That was
Right.
disgusting.
All right. Magic Grizzlies 7.5-point dogs are the Magic. It is in Memphis. Is Ja Morant still coming off the bench? I don't know.
No, I think he's starting. I think is he? He is.
Yeah, I think
he
he's
is on the
starting.
bench still. What the?
Oh, really?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even see a line for him on FanDuel.
Well, they didn't release the lineup yet. It's expected that Tyus Jones is going to start at point guard. What is the deal with them
He's in the
treating him
doghouse, man.
But is that what it is?
I think so. I mean, they're going to rule it as conditioning, but I mean,
Yeah, they kept saying conditioning, but
I mean, it's kind of
dude was
ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
what are you punishing? You're paying him the same salary. He's making a ton of money. You're coming off the bench. What are you trying to embarrass the guy? I don't understand that whole situation. Like, either you're playing him or you're not. Either he's punished or he's not. You know what I
right.
mean? You're treating him like a child. Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna you're a bad boy. You're gonna come off the bench this game. Like, it's so stupid to me. I just don't get it.
We're taking Magic here, plus a 7 or plus 235 on the money line.
Magic are desperate right now. They're a desperate team and they're fighting. You know, it's those are the teams you don't want to play. These guys
Yeah.
like this, they're gonna be
Grizzlies
going
are
hard.
rolling right now though.
Yeah, they look good. I mean, it's just the Grizzlies look better. The Grizzlies, what they win 6 straight, I think, or something like that.
I think so.
They're on a nice little run right now, and they did a lot
Gotta
of that
lose
without
sometime.
Ja. What's that?
They got to lose sometime.
It helps him that Desmond Bane's been scoring lately. He's been shooting real well from 3.
He's got those little arms, huh?
Yeah.
You guys have any bets in this game or no?
I mean, besides Franz Wagner, 6 assists, plus 310. I mean, he's hit this line 4 straight games, surprisingly, and he's plus 310 for it.
All right.
Not a bad look. You know what I mean?
Not terrible.
Not a bad look. Obviously, it's going to be a little harder against the Grizzlies, but I don't know, dude. Plus 310 for something he's hit 4 straight games.
Jerry, I got a good parlay for us on that theme here at the end.
I have one too.
We got time
Good.
now. You want to
Well,
get through the rest of the
mine
games first and come back?
Yeah, mine goes into the next one, I think.
All right. We got Hornets, Thunder. Is SGA questionable or is he out?
He's out.
He's out. Hornets still 9-point dogs. They are really bad at basketball, so I don't know, but
Yeah, I got this is probably my favorite play. I think the line has moved big time though. I took Jalen Williams assist ladder. I got 4 and the Hornets plus 16.5 for plus money. 6 at plus 185. And then I was able to get it on DraftKings 10 assists plus 2,200. Without SGA, he averages around 6 assists a game. His last 4, he's hit the 4+ in 8 out of 9. His last 4 without Shea, he's had 10, 4, 7, and 8. So he just has the ball in his hands a lot more.
what would you have to guess that his 10+ assists is on FanDuel right now? I know you got it at plus 2,000 something.
Probably plus 850.
Plus 1,000. Yeah, it's dropped a lot with that news, but hey, still some value there. Maybe.
Jerry, what if we take Advia 6 assists, Hero 6 assists, Wagner 6 assists, Williams 6 assists?
I had the first 3 already in a parlay, and I love adding Williams. I love Jalen Williams.
He's a rookie. Man, he's a rookie of the year for real.
He had a double, 10 assists, I think, last week or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I laddered his assists last time, and I looked at his game log. I was like, do I take him up to 10? I'm like, nah, I'll just stop at 8. And sure enough, he got 10.
Okay, so we said Williams, Wagner,
Hero, Advia.
Yeah.
It's got to be like plus 5,000.
5,000. Right?
Almost there. I got one more. It is 6,038 plus 6,000.
There you go.
That's worth a couple bucks.
I was just about to. You took the words right out of my mouth, my friend.
For
Not
something
always
at that
needed.
high of a hit rate recently, at least.
Yeah, not bad. So I'll read that off again if anybody's gonna tail that with us. I'm gonna throw a couple bucks on it, at least. Jalen Williams 6 assists, Franz Wagner 6 assists, Tyler Hero 6 assists, Denny Advia 6 assists, and that is 60-1 plus 6,038. Not a bad look there, boys. Well done, Nick and Jerry.
I'm getting too crazy. Let me stop.
Who's the next one to add?
I was gonna say, because I just put it in my bet slip. It's obnoxious. Jalen Williams, Avdia, and Hero triple doubles. You want to know the odds? Wait, I gotta count.
680,000 to 1.
I gotta count the numbers here. I have 1, 2,
Zeros?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 numbers. That is millions, right? 16,523,900. That's the odds.
What
That's
does
a
a
lot.
dollar pay?
$160,000, right?
$165,000.
There you go.
Oh, I
I'm
could
in.
solve my debt with $1.
I'm in.
Oh, it just went up to by a lot. Now it's $1 to win $181,000.
I'm definitely in. Let's go. Wait, what was that again? Read it back.
Jalen Williams, Avdia, and Hero for triple doubles.
Oh God.
18 million to 1 or something like
That's
that.
okay. And those odds are about right.
It just went up again. Now you get $197,369.
That's not moving like in your favor.
It's like here, keep betting more on this, you idiot.
What's real quick? What's your max on that? Like just start typing nines and see what it caps you at.
It says invalid. You can't go past $1 million payout.
Oh,
on
okay.
FanDuel.
What are you doing on FanDuel or DraftKings?
FanDuel.
I can't even get triple double option for Franz.
I didn't.
Or you didn't say Franz, did you?
No.
Oh, you said Hero.
Hero, Advia,
Yeah, Advia. Okay.
Williams, right?
Yeah. The max you can put is $5.06 to win $998,000.
I mean, it's better than buying a lottery ticket
It is. It is.
Yeah.
if you're
It's
into that
actually
sort
very
of thing.
true.
Please gamble responsibly. I guess if you're maxed at $5, you almost don't have an option but to gamble responsibly.
I would not put $5 on that, by the way.
No. I mean, we're talking about like a quarter.
I put $1 and I feel disgusting.
Now I have to at least put $1.01 on it just in case, you know.
You put
Yeah,
like
one
So you
more
can
money.
say one more.
Yeah, because I won more money than Jerry gambling.
you could put 10 cents on a round robin. That's 30 cents. And if 2 of the 3 hit, you still get something, you know.
They're just so we're clear. There is a better chance of none of the 3 hitting than one of them. But
Yes.
I mean at those odds, I mean, come on, $1, I'm in. I'll do it. Holy hell, we have 1 game left, and we talked about baseball, and we're only 34 minutes in. So, I guess we only have 1 game left, right? No, yeah, 1 game. Pelicans Warriors. Pelicans 8.5-point dogs. It's in Golden State. I don't even know who's playing. Looks like Steph and Clay are both playing. Yeah, you guys bet on this one?
This is like betting aside, this is like a humongous matchup in the West because you have Golden State, who is the 7 seed right now in the play-in, and New Orleans, who is the 8 seed right now in the play-in.
Wow.
So, I mean,
That's a big spread, right?
Yeah, and Golden State is a lot better at home, obviously, but 8.5 points and you know, close to a playoff situation, I think you have to lean towards the plus 8.5, right? I mean,
That seems just too much, too many points.
yeah.
Ingram's been playing really well. Like, who guards Ingram? Do they put Draymond on him? I feel like Draymond's not athletic enough for Ingram.
Yeah, I mean, he'll play dirty enough to keep him somewhat in check, I guess. But yeah, no,
This sounds
I
like
don't
a
think they really have
Draymond
an
foul
answer.
trouble game.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Yeah, you got to think if this obviously 7 and 8 don't play each other and play in a first round, but if this was in the play-in tournament, this spread would not be 8.5 points. And that's
No.
they're playing for home court, so it's about as close to a playoff environment you're going to get in the regular season.
Even Trey Murphy's been shooting lights out as well. So I like getting the points here. I mean, the Warriors are the Warriors, but I still think they get way too much respect when it comes to some stuff still. They're not the same team they were 4 or 5 years ago.
I agree.
You know what's funny? I was talking to my friend about that the other day. I'm like, we have to give up this like nostalgia feeling, or like we treat players as if they are their past selves sometimes. Like, you know, we
Right.
look at a core of players, especially we do it all the time, every free agent period when we see guys like Carmelo Anthony on the market. Obviously not anymore. You know, everybody knows Carmelo Anthony is not what he used to be. But like when you see those big names, like I remember DeMarcus Cousins years ago, like he was every year, and everybody's excited to pick him up. Every fan base is like, yeah, we got DeMarcus Cousins, and then he's gonna give you 15 minutes a game and not be even close to the player he was. But this core of guys, we look at them, we're like, this team just won a championship. Like this is but they're not playing at that level. Like at some point, you have to let it go. So I don't know. I just
Them missing Wiggins is huge for them.
big.
Huge.
That's a big younger piece to that they added into that core.
I mean, I feel like these odds should be even a little better, but you could buy a point, basically get the Pelicans plus 9.5 and take Ingram for 25 plus and get it at plus 143. If you want to play the other side of it, you could take let me see, try like Pelicans plus 5.5 and then do something like Ingram for 30. Ingram for 30 is not crazy, right? That's plus 355.
There are a couple boosts that have some stuff tonight. There's a 3-ball boost on DraftKings, Steph, Clay, and Murphy to combine for 10 threes plus 100.
The FanDuel one is Klay Thompson for 15, Brandon Ingram for 20, and Steph Curry for 25, which is kind of scary. That's boosted from plus 100 to plus 150. Shout out to Dr. Disrespect, I guess, for that one. That I really like that, which scares me. It's in a boost, but
I'm taking that for sure.
All right.
Yeah,
I think there's got to be a ton of plus EV on that.
Yeah, there and the
play 15 is what you're most worried about, really, right? Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he could get that in the first quarter.
Yeah, or he could not at all.
Yes.
Or yeah, that's hence why you said why that's the one you're worried about. He could hit 5 threes, or he could not score 15 the whole game.
Gun to your head, who's winning the finals?
I'm not wavering. I still got Bucks over the.
I knew you were gonna say. You're so boring to ask that question, Nick. Damn it.
Dude, the Bucks are the best team.
Jerry.
I think it's give the Boston Celtics their championship. Just give that core their championship. That's what I want to see. I hate the Celtics. I hate them. I just love these players. It sucks. I'm a Laker fan. I'm never supposed to say that in public, but I just I want to see that core. They're too good. They're gonna break it up very soon, maybe next year, and I just want to see that core do well. You know.
Yeah.
I hate Marcus Smart. Hate Marcus Smart.
I've not liked him since his Oklahoma State days for some reason. I don't remember why, but
he's ruined my marriage, honestly.
All right, let's just
I won't dig too deep into it, you know.
Who's give me one guy who's gonna hit a home run Thursday.
One guy that's gonna hit a homer.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking Mike Trout.
I'll give you a homer pick. I'll give you someone who has been absolutely terrible. Seems to do well against the Cubs. Lefty-righty matchup. Maybe the wind's blowing out. I'll give you Yelich.
All right. I saw a stat on him last year. Somebody was like wondering how he was such a bad hitter because his exit velocity was like in the top I don't know, very top 5% of the league. But you look at his launch angle, he just buries the ball into the dirt. That's why. They just hit the ball upwards, man.
Before he got hurt in that playoff game, he was unbelievable.
Yeah. Gary, who's in a homer Thursday?
Anthony Volpe, first career game.
Oh, there you
go. I love it, and I'm pretty sure I'm taking Anthony Volpe for a stolen base every game until they juice the hell out of it, and I'm probably gonna take it. I have no idea where they set his lines. But if a hit is close to even money, I'm in. If total bases are +2, I don't know, it should be like +300 for a rookie, right? I'm in.
Where's he hitting in the lineup? Have they said for sure?
He's gonna bat ninth to open the season.
Ninth?
Yeah.
He's gonna be probably like a +600 home run guy to start off. They're gonna see what his odds are. They're gonna tempt people to bet in. They don't want to.
Yeah.
Be real shitty odds for a guy that's an unknown.
Yeah, so like me and my little brother and my grandpa have a group chat just about the Yankees basically because we're all huge Yankees fans, and we're talking a little bit about Volpe the other day. I'm like, guys, he's gonna see so many pitches because especially he's either gonna be batting ninth or I think the next place he goes is probably a leadoff spot eventually. He's gonna be 2 batters in front of Aaron Judge, who obviously a home run king coming off last season. Like he's gonna see a lot of pitches to hit, a lot. Kid can fly too. This isn't a Yankee show, but we're dropping viewers, so probably wrap it up here in a second. But yeah, Anthony Volpe, stolen base. Anthony Volpe, hit. Anthony, I think it's actually Volpe. Total bases, depending on where those odds are, I'm in for however many games he starts this year.
I just want you to know there's a direct correlation to you mentioning the Yankees.
And the viewers just
our viewers
plummeting.
just going away. That's how boring this team is.
That's true. Hey, they're not boring to me. They just piss me off all the time. So, man. All right. We've almost made it to 45 minutes, so I think we're good to wrap it. Any closing thoughts, boys?
6 assist party today.
Yeah,
read that off again. Read that off again, because I'm going to take that too. Is Advia 6, Hero 6,
Wagner 6,
and
Jalen Williams 6.
Jalen Williams 6, and it was like I think it
Jalen
actually
Williams
just went up.
Jalen. Make sure you get that Jalen Williams.
Don't screw that
Good
up.
point. Yeah, it was like when I first did it, it was like 60-1, and I just looked again before I closed it all out. It was 61-1. It went up plus 100. So I don't know what's going on with those assist lines, but
We are reverse moving lines.
this show, yeah.
Suckers.
All right, we are back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. These same channels. We are back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We've got some cool stuff in the works for the MLB season for opening day. I think maybe I have a watch party going on Thursday, and hopefully some daily, kind of really quick hit content for you guys as well. So we're really looking forward to that. But with that, I think we're gonna get out of here, and I don't know, probably not watch basketball with this slate, to be honest. Any last second thoughts? What do you got?
Love you.
Hey, one quick thing. As baseball season comes up, make sure you use Pickett to line shop.
Jeez,
Super easy.
you. Sponsors.
Super easy for strikeouts. I use it all the time last year. It's so much quicker. You just go on there. You can find the max line real quick. The easiest baseline to take if you're going to ladder stuff.
Yeah, and use code Goldboys when you download that app, or code NicLarsonGB if you have one, or whatever you want there. You get it's either $3 for free or $100 for free. Thank you so much. I didn't plug sponsors at all. Great reminder. Also, huge thank you to Boom Fantasy, sponsoring the show, Daily Fantasy, but in a props format. They've got some cool stuff. They were talking to us about the baseball season too. Excited for that. Appreciate those guys. Obviously, goldboys.com. Yes, Pickett, 100%. That's necessary in all of gambling, especially when you talk about how many players are for the MLB season. How many players are playing every day, right? We got how many starters in the NBA tonight? 12 teams times 60 starters, and tomorrow or Thursday we're gonna have a lot more than that playing baseball. So, easy way to search and find lines and everything there. It's huge, and it really truly is a game changer. So. Download Pickett Sports, use code Goldboys. Download Blue Fantasy, use code Goldboys. And with that, I'm going to shut up. We're going to get out of here. Thanks again so much. See you tomorrow at 1 o'clock, tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.